You're listening to Retirement Today. I'm your co-host, Zach Holcomb, and alongside me we have Michael Reese. He's a certified financial planning professional, and he spent the last 20-plus years helping families get into and through retirement. And retirement is what today's show has been all about. Mike has shared the stories of his parents, his grandparents, really talking a lot about how retirement is a fundamental shift in life and how you really have to understand that.
Yeah, and Zach, by the way, it's Christmas time, right?
It is.
I am going to deliver a Christmas present to all of our listeners.
Oh my
right
gosh.
now.
I can't wait.
That, by the way, did I prep you that I was going to do this?
No, you didn't.
No, this is going to be like, you don't have any clue this is coming. So
Uh-oh.
I was looking at the number. Here's the problem that we have. So as you're listening, one of the things I shared is, kind of what we do and who we do it for and why that's so important. And what do we do? Comprehensive retirement planning. That means we help you with your income, your investments, your tax planning, your risk management, your insurance, all this kind of stuff, right? And who do we do it for? People who are middle class and upper middle class families. Typically, it's people who have anywhere from $250,000 saved for retirement all the way up to maybe $5 million. And we said, if you want to have a free second opinion on your planning, you want someone who's been doing this 25 plus years, just looking over your shoulder saying, hey, let's make sure that you're not missing out on anything, that you're making all the right choices. Said, if you want to do that, we've set aside 10 spots. Absolutely free, no obligation for you to have us look over your shoulder, make sure you're making the right moves. Here's the problem. They're all taken. They're all taken. So I'm going to open up a Christmas present here for you. That I did not, Zach, I might just, right now I may make Zach tear his hair out a little bit, trying to figure out how we're going to do this. But here we go. I am going to officially open up 5 more spots. I'm going to open up 5 more spots. I don't know when they're going to be, right? Zach might, I don't know when they're going to be. But here's the deal. The reason I'm doing this is a couple reasons. One, it's Christmas. I want to be giving. But here's the other thing. It's coming up on the end of the year. And there's going to be a lot of changes coming up next year. There's going to be changes in required distribution rules. There's going to be changes in the tax code. There's going to be changes in a lot of areas that are going to affect your retirement. I do not want you to miss out on making the right planning moves because we ran out of space. So I'm opening up 5 spots. I'm not sure when they're going to be, but we'll make it happen. And again, all you got to do, just give us a call, 512-886-5850. It's so easy. And when you call, all that's going to happen, you get our after-hours team. They'll set up a 15-minute introductory call just so we can learn a little bit about what your most pressing concerns are. And let's see if we can help you, right? Let's make this happen. Let's it's Christmas season. Let's help each other out.
Why
right?
not, right?
All right. I promised at the end of the last segment that I would share with you a core hypocrisy of the financial industry.
Okay.
And here's what it is. It's like, and this goes all the way back to the beginning of the show when I talked about my parents. If you remember, and maybe you missed the beginning of the show, my parents retired in 1999. And they had about $300,000 saved for retirement. And the industry told them, just invest in a balanced portfolio. 60% stocks, 40% bonds, a diversified balanced portfolio, which works really, really well when you're saving money and you don't want too much risk. But if you try to take income from that portfolio, it only works when the markets go up. Mm-hmm. If the markets go down, like they did in 2000, 2001, 2002, you can lose half your money, which is exactly what happened to my parents. And it really messed them up. And by the way, the good news is I was able to jump in eventually and help them, but, it messed them up.
Right.
Or in 2008, when the markets lost half of their value over a year and a half period. You're up the creek without a paddle, right? This 60-40 portfolio is horrible for retirement planning if you're retired. It is like the death knell. It gives you a feeling that you're good, and you feel good until the markets decide not to cooperate, and then you are in a world of hurt, right? You need better planning than that, and there are ways to do it. But this brings up the core hypocrisy of the financial industry. So here you go. I'm going to call out a couple names.
Oh, this is exciting.
For this, I'm going to call out Vanguard and I'm going to call out Schwab.
Okay.
Because they're doing the same exact thing, and they should, these people should be, in my opinion, put in jail for this crap. Right? This is complete BS what they're doing. So if you go on their websites, you can go through things like risk profile questionnaires. You can say, hey, I'm getting ready to retire. Let me fill out this risk profile questionnaire. In both cases, they're going to give you portfolios that they recommend that, by the way, are going to look a whole lot like the exact same portfolio my parents had 20-some years ago that have failed twice since then. They fail. It's like they'll both tell you to do the same thing. Do they learn that, these portfolios don't work when the markets don't cooperate? Oh, they know it. But they don't care, right? But that's not the part that makes me angry. Here's the part that makes me angry. In both cases, when you look at these portfolios, they give you data. They say, since 1926, by the way, they have data all the way back to the 1800s. So why they started in 1926, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Well, I have a sneaking suspicion.
I wonder why.
But anyway, they say since 1926, a portfolio like this has averaged something like an 8% rate of return. And, you have some good years and bad years, but on average, you earn about 8%. And if you take out 4%, that means, hey, you get your income and you're growing your portfolio by 4%, keep pace with inflation. And does that not give you the warm and fuzzies, Zach? You're like, that feels so good. I'm going to average 8%. And if I only take out like 3 or 4, I'm going to be inflation protected. This just feels so good. Doesn't that feel good?
It would make me feel good, but I think I know where you're going with this.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Yeah.
They are out there telling you this stuff on their websites. Mm-hmm. And it's out there. But here's the thing. They say, here, do what we say so we can make money on you. And we're going to tell you you can expect to earn 8% over time. Well, they do say his past performance is no guarantee of future results. So they're covering their backside. But nowhere do they really say, everywhere it says, hey, you're going to earn 8%. I mean, that's what they say.
Yeah.
On average. Yet, if you Google what they think is going to, what markets are going to return over the next 10 years, if you say, hey, Vanguard, what do you think this 60-40 portfolio is going to actually earn over the next 10 years? Or Schwab, what do you think it's going to earn? Zach, do you know what they think a 60-40 portfolio is going to earn over the next 10 years?
Lower than 8%.
Yeah, like 2 to 4%. And I'm like, this is the part that really gets, like, if you've listened to the show, I hate politicians and I hate taxes and I hate those weasels
yes,
in Washington, D.C. And I might have I don't know. Sometimes I get beeped out when I use that word. So I'll say it once again, weasels. There, if I got beeped out again there, basically it's an ugly form of a rodent,
yes, right?
That I'm calling these so-called people in D.C. It's not all of them, of course, but,
yes,
come on. They're worse than used car salespeople. And guess what? There are some good used car salespeople, so I shouldn't even say that. But here's the deal. This is the point I'm trying to get to. Everybody looks at Vanguard and Schwab like, oh, you guys are great companies. Yet, they're treating you like dirt. They're treating you with zero respect. They are treating you like dirt. And what makes me mad is you deserve so much better than this. You deserve consistency of expectation here. If they sit there and tell you in their marketing, hey, you should average 8%, but then they turn around and say, but we only think you're going to earn 2 to 4, do we see a problem there?
Big problem.
I mean, if that's not hypocrisy, I don't know what is, right? You deserve to be working with someone that can look you in the eyes and say, look, this is what is reasonable to expect, and this is what you have to make your plans based on. By the way, I believe if you do things right, you should be able to do better than 2 to 4%, right? You should definitely be able to do better than that. But can you do 8 with these balanced portfolios? Pie in the sky. It's complete BS, and it drives me crazy. Don't be listening to that. You deserve better. So here we go. We're at the end of the show. I said I was going to open up 5 more spots. First 5 callers, here's what I'm going to do for you. For the first 5 callers, we're giving you a free second opinion by someone that's been doing this for 25 plus years. I'm going to look over your shoulder. I'm going to help make sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's because I believe you're middle class, upper middle class person, you are great families. That's what I grew up in. And I believe that you're great families and you deserve the respect of getting proper planning. It's absolutely free to get a second opinion. There's no cost. And it all starts with an easy 15-minute phone call where you share with us, hey, here's what what's on your mind, right? What are you thinking about? Mm-hmm. What are you concerned about? Let's help you get on the right path for retirement, or at least double check that you're on the right path. No harm in a double check, right? No harm in that second opinion. Why not make sure you're making all the right choices? It's super easy. It's free. Zach, help us out. What do our listeners need to do?
Mike, it's 512-886-5850. Again, give us a call at this number, 512-886-5850. Now, one more time, it's after hours. You're going to get our answering service, and they're just going to get your name, your phone number, and a good time for us to give you a call back. One last time, 512-886-5850.
Folks, I want to help you enjoy the retirement that you so richly deserve. Let's get this second opinion done so that we can make sure you are on the right track. That's our show. See y'all next week. Merry Christmas, everyone.